Now let's play McWin.
Greetings, stranger. Salt air gives a man a powerful thirst, don't it?
Watch it be like when we play McWin, he gives us all the ingredients that he just gives us like 100 white gulls.
Got a thirst for gambling myself. Cards, preferably Gwent.
Okay. So we last time used monsters, and it was close, but we did manage to pull it off. We did, however, just pick up at least one notable monster card, I think, so I'm tempted to try this again. But I think the monster card that we got that was notable was another muster. Which one was it, though? I think it was this, Vampire Flutter. We throw you in. In theory, that means we could probably remove one of our weaker cards, but what would that be? I don't know. Probably the Fiend. It's just 6 strength, but no special abilities, and I think that's just about as bad as it gets right now. And that's saying something, that Monsters has gotten that strong, this deck. Because there was a while when we were thinking that we need to do things like put in the 1 strength ghouls and the 2 strength foglets and wyverns and whatnot. So, alright, let's give this a shot. We go first. Oh, we're going against monsters as well. Okay. So Scorch. I think that's fine. We just want to be careful because we are very susceptible to Scorch ourselves. Clear Weather is good for if our opponent uses any melee nerfs, although they're probably going to be just as susceptible to it as we are. Okay, so we have 2 Arakai. Is that the plural of Arakas? It might be. We don't really want that. We have 2 vampires. We want to get rid of that as well, so I think... Yeah, I think that means one switch is going to be this, and the other switch is going to be this. And we got a few different nerfs, which may or may not prove to be useful. I mean, we have a lot of weather effects here. We have Siege and Range nerf. We can clear nerfs, and then we have Scorch, so not that many units, although we do have a good mix of muster, and that we have, I think, basically all of our different sets of muster here. And only one of them, which is the way you want it to be. So I think we lead off with a hero. And then we hope our opponent plays something pretty high up there. Oh, like, we could destroy all those... What? The heck? That's a muster unit. But it didn't muster anything. So, I'm a little confused as to why you only have 1 Chronout here right now. I was about to say that this might have been a good time for us to use Scorch to remove all those crones at once, but well, that's not really going to work. It's only going to get rid of 1 in this case. So I think for that reason, we deliberately use one of our weaker musters for now. Get all the 4 strength Arakai out there. That way, a Scorch, okay, yeah, is not going to hit us, and our opponent just passes immediately. Is a little strange, but sure. And we're both going to keep a non-hero card out there. There's a 6 strength, ours is 4, so they do win a bit in that regard. Does kind of force us to keep playing a card here, even though we're 1 card down, because if we were to pass immediately, our opponent could win without playing any additional cards, so we don't benefit at all from that. So, what does that mean? I think that means we probably play... I mean, we might even play for the win in round 2 here and not do the typical win, go hard in 1 round, play it easy in 1 round, and then use all of our remaining strong cards, or all of our remaining cards, in round 3. So, I think we go vampires, because our strongest vampire that will muster is a 5, and that means a Scorch would still remove the Chrome that they've played. So I think we go for this. We would arguably go for the hero instead. We are certainly prone to a melee Scorch of some or melee nerf even. But it hurts them too. So, I mean, we could even clear weather to remove that. So I think we might want to wait before we do. I think we might want to play our hero here. I think the most dangerous thing is actually a Scorch right now, because that removes all of these cards. I think we do you. And we hope they don't Scorch, because we'd like to use Clear Weather to get rid of those weather effects soon. Okay, but now we're safe from a Scorch, at least for the time being, because you have played what is now the highest non-hero card. Except we could potentially Siege nerf you. I think we might want to do that. Yeah, I think we're playing for the victory in round 2 here. And I think we do this. Does mean that, once again, they could Scorch and it would hurt us more than it hurts them. Okay, but no more. Now, their range card, he is the strongest. So, the other thing, though, to bear in mind is that if we are intending to, at some point, play our Clear Weather and remove those weather effects, then we are going to not only remove this melee nerf, which we actually want to remove, but we are also going to remove this siege nerf, which we would kind of like to keep. So, order of operations wise, it may actually be worthwhile for us to break out this Clear Weather now, because we could just keep everything nerfed and rely pretty heavily on our leader to be the difference maker here. But if our opponent has any of those, then that's going to make things pretty difficult, because we only have one. If they have multiple heroes, then they could definitely surpass us. This is an odd, low-scoring game. I think we do this. I think it is in our interest to make this a little bit higher scoring game, because we have our leader ability to double the melee row. Okay, that's not too problematic of a card. I mean, now it's safe. Use a range nerf. It's definitely not as big of a deal, so if we could have chosen, obviously we would have liked to have kept the range and siege nerf, but siege nerf would have been a little bit better than the range nerf, so okay. And we are getting to the point where we're running out of cards other than our Scorch. And if we were to play our Crones, then suddenly the Crones would be the Scorch target. If we were to play our Dragon, then suddenly our Dragon would be the Scorch target. So I think we do need to do this. Now, get rid of the Crone. Not the best Scorch ever, but probably Dragon next. Because at least as things currently stand, yeah, that would remove both of the 5 strength units in the melee row. So we'll take that. And then comes the Crone, and then comes the leader ability. But we hope that our opponent does not have any Scorches of their own. Otherwise, that's going to hurt a bit. I mean, we have enough of a lead here that we should be pretty safe. See what they have, though. 2 cards remaining. One of them is... what? That's their own range nerf. Okay. It also... I mean, it doesn't do anything, because we already put one out there. Not to mention, our only card in the range row is a hero that doesn't get affected by it, whereas you do have cards that are affected by it, so strange in many ways. But throw this out here, gets us up to 110, and we are now done. And I think even if they have a Scorch, which would probably be the most dangerous card for us, probably would still be fine. Okay, they had the leader ability for Clear Weather anyway, so they're probably going to do that at some point, but there you have it. Yeah, we hit them pretty hard. Okay, now are you actually going to give us a card, though? I suppose so. But you didn't give us a card either. What gives, dude? Okay.
A Witcher.
Yes, we are a Witcher. In fact.
Hey there.
Anyone who has
Feeling any better?
anything significant to say or do for us?
Give us an ale, my little dove.
Okay. Seems like that's just about everything in there.
Bandits in the hills.
Okay, will do. That's locked.
Not Yalmar did all the work.
Excuse me, did you just say that Hjalmar did all the work? Because that is definitely not true.
Back when you where are ye walking?
I'm pretty sure that we did just about all the work, come to think of it.
Don't cross our lads.
Okay, there is another building here. Where's the actual door to this place, though? It's over here? No, it is not. We're still looking for Hammond. Does it actually point us to this village for that? No, it doesn't. Okay. It's not like we're gonna hop into one of these buildings and then suddenly go, oh, there he is. Hey, how's it going? Which is probably good to know. It looks like the entrance is actually over here. Yeah. Okay. Not a lot of loot in these buildings. Not even a lot of loot outside. Not that we would necessarily do much of that, because don't really know if we'd be safe to take it or not. Okay. This is looking like the fist fight area here. But let's check this stuff out first. Come on. Come on, girl. You can help it. Okay. Then
What's that supposed to mean?
there's... Oh. Yes.
What's the
Hello?
matter?
My betrothed and my brothers, Mikkel and Ulf, sailed to Hindersfjord to fetch Agda. Wedding's in but a few days, but they've yet to return. A storm broke while they were gone. I fear it might have blown them onto the rocks at FAROE. Many have lost their lives there. I'll sail out to find them, I would, but I've got to make sure the wedding's proper prepared. They say it's not fitting for a Skelliger to ask for aid, but I've no choice. Will you help me? Will you seek out my kin?
I suppose so. Why not?
Fine. I'll look around for them.
Okay. The price of honor. Let's just see what level that is. 14? Okay, certainly should be doable. But that may even... Let's just take a look at where exactly that directs us. Because that might be closer by and might actually make more sense to do that. I know, okay, that's even further on the other side. So we'll probably wait that one out and head over to this place where we're expecting to find the other dude first. But, or maybe other things that we find in the meantime. So let's put... Where was the other one? This one on for now, and duck in here for a second, see if there's anything else for us to loot. Not really seeing anything. Okay, any lootables over here? Or notable people we should chat with? Just some dudes doing push-ups?
Respect, Witcher.
Oh, thanks.
Did you sever his
I mean, I respect this guy. That's
giant on your mouth?
it's tough work. Doing push-ups in full armor and weapon strapped to your back and whatnot. Okay, but I think, short of this area here with the actual fist fighting, I think we've done just about everything in here. And I think we probably do want to try to get one, maybe even two more levels before we do this, because I think the previous guy that we fist fought was level 31 or so. We're still just 25, so that's a pretty big difference to make up. So I mean, mechanically, you know, it's still the same rules apply in terms of how you should fight them, and so maybe we can still get the job done, but I think probably still best to wait it out. What I am wondering though is, what if we were to say, meditate here for a bit, possibly even like 24 hours, or 23. And like I was saying, I think that probably means that the shopkeeper is going to restock. And since this guy has basically two of the most important alchemy ingredients, excuse me, I'm not really sure what just happened, but okay.
Greetings, stranger.
I think that if we can buy more of them from this guy, then it would be good to just do that now and not have to worry about doing it in the future. Because yes, you do have more. Okay, so you have more cherry cordial, and the mandrake cordial is the really tough one. I think we take all of it. I think we do. And then cherry cordial, we needed some, but probably not this much. I mean, let's get 6. I think we had a little bit remaining, but this at least gets us even with those two types of alcohol, or at least even, if not more, of the cherry cordials. Because now that means we can go back to a little bit more alchemy, in fact, which is over here. And just make a ton of white gulls. Because, I mean, we need to, basically. So we do this, and yes, we have plenty of cherry cordials at this point. It's largely the mandrakes that are tough to get. So let's make a bunch of them. It does require Arenaria, which is a little bit tough to get, although we've had enough time in between having to make things that use it, other than these white gulls, that we stockpiled a reasonable amount. Okay, so there's a bunch of white gulls. And we could either start to create some of these crafting materials here that we need for some of the other, I think there were a few oils down below that we saw. However, there are some things that require white gull itself. I think they were potions. Yeah, so I think while it's fresh in our mind, oh, except some of them need both white gull and some of the crafting ingredients that require white gull. Wow, white gull is so important. Okay, that's pretty crazy. But let's see, superior full moon increases the maximum vitality, extended duration. Okay, golden oriole. This is the poisons now heal instead of doing damage. Yeah, let's take that. That sounds pretty darn strong. Honey owl accelerates stamina regeneration. Sounds decent. White honey. This one, I'll be honest, I don't really get why you would ever need to upgrade this. Does it only clear a certain amount of toxicity? Like, not all of it? And so you need to upgrade it more to remove even more toxicity? But even then, that just seems like that's not all that necessary. This requires 2 of this thing? Vitriol? Actually, still some of that remaining. Wow. But Swallow is big. Accelerates vitality regeneration. Taking damage does not interrupt regeneration. That's a staple, or can be at least. That is good for convenience at least. Although we've upgraded enough at this point that it lasts long enough that it's pretty good. So I'm a little bit conflicted as to whether we should spend our remaining white gulls with turning them into other crafting materials, or if we should instead keep them as white gull itself and focus on getting some of these remaining potions, because I feel like the ones that we still have are not nearly as important. Honey owl, maybe. That could be a good thing to pick up. Let's go with this, I suppose. In case we are ever in need of going really aggressive with those signs. Then I think let's just double check. I think I would still prioritize getting the oils done next, and that means we need albedo for this, and then is it albedo for the next one as well? Yeah, so 2 albedo and 1 hydrangeum. Let's do that. So, albedo's right here. How many white gulls do we have remaining? Enough. So it's 2 of these, right? And 1 of you, I think. Now we should be able to make all the oils. Okay, so Draconid, make you. Hybrid, make you. Insectoid, make you. Alright. And now I think we're looking pretty darn good from an oil standpoint. We have 1 white gull remaining. How would we like to use that? Like I said, I'm not really thinking the white honey is the way to go. And I'm thinking we need to make more of the craftable materials in order to make these potions a possibility. Then, and we only have 1 white gull right now, then that probably rules out the other potions. But, is there any other crafting material that we'd really like to make in order to make... Actually, what about these guys? Dancing stars possible. Grape shots possible. Looks like these all require Nigredo. So we might want to make one and then make another. Use our remaining white gold to make another. Which one of these? Like, we so rarely use these other than just exploding the occasional monster den. Fiery explosion ignites surrounding area. Enhanced and extended effect. Destroys monster nests. Shrapnel damage within its explosion radius. Deals fire damage. Enhanced effect. Ignores armor. That's kind of nice. permanently prevent monsters from transforming. What do you actually use that against? All I can think of is like higher vampires that might transform, or Dopplers, but usually when we're fighting those guys, they've already transformed. Werewolves, same idea. So, actually don't remember what you would use this on in that case. So, yeah, I guess I'm looking at these and I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I mean, it'd kind of be nice to upgrade them largely just for the sake of upgrading them, but we basically never use them. So, outside of just destroying monster nests. So, maybe we actually do just upgrade the white honey, or maybe we hold on to our remaining white gold so we can pick up some more and get some stuff that we're actually more likely to use going forward. I think that might be the best route, but definitely good to get a lot of things unlocked there. Let's see, if we're just exploring now. Yeah, I think maybe we go to this side first, because this western side is certainly a bit smaller. We can check it off earlier. If we go to this first, then we'll kind of go counterclockwise, maybe. Let's try this. Okay. That means we're headed this way, actually. I'm going to refrain from using Roach for now, because I do prefer to be on foot when we're just exploring. Makes it easier to find things without zooming past them. So I am curious what this is. Sounds big. We definitely cannot climb up that, though. That's okay. We'll pick a fight with whatever that is later on, I suppose. Might just be a bear. And we don't really know... Okay, wasn't sure if that was like a statue, a person, or what when I first saw that, but yeah, we don't really know what level we're expecting to find things to be in this area. We did get a quest that was level like 14, which is on the low side, and I think the other one that we got for tracking down Hammond or whatever his name is level 11. That's also pretty low, which maybe suggests this could be one of the lower level islands. I think on Skellig was perhaps the highest that we saw. Okay, there's some sirens. Can we actually drop down here? Looks like we can. Just check it out, see if there's anything in this area. This does look interesting. Even if I'm not seeing anything at the moment to suggest that there is something of note. Definitely the sirens, yes, but any other reason for being here? Out of curiosity, if we were to just poke our head in this way, there's this little peninsula over here, which we can go up. Might be worth just taking a quick look. You know, like a place of power. Hiding in an obscure location, that would seem potentially possible. I don't know, though. Maybe not. Just keep our eyes peeled here. Any obscure chests or other things that we might want to investigate further. But it's looking like it's largely just occasional siren. And that's not really anything we need to take any further. So I think for that reason... Whoa! Okay, momentum took us a little further than I expected there. But yeah, I think not really anything for us to do on that peninsula there. Let's head back. It's probably faster if we were actually swimming, Geralt. But okay, if you insist on waddling around like that, then sure. Oh, I thought you could climb onto that. There we go. Okay. Now let's head this way. We know there are more sirens here. We actually tried going up this, though, seeing if there's anything very end other than the sirens that may or may not want to fight us up here. Might kind of be out of their view. Or actually higher up than the sirens. Yeah, it doesn't really look like there's much of note there either. Oh, question mark here is a guarded treasure. Okay, let's save in case this is a high-level enemy here, but it does vary a lot. Looks like... No, I can't tell what that is from here. Not sure if we can even see the enemy. Cyclops? Cyclops. Hello. Senor Cyclops. Level 21. Not so bad. Yeah, I walked straight into that. Let's not be next to you when you do that. That's also the wrong kind of Gwen. What I would like to do would be say something like this. Oh, look at that. He's got 1 HP. And I did not have the stamina to hit you with a quick igni. I was like, we can just finish him off like that. But, hey, hold on. Poke. There. Did you still hit us? This guy did not want to die. That actually hurt a lot. Okay, but you were guarding something here. It would appear as though it's this. What is it? Ash rune? Could be good. And the horse blinders. Don't know how we're doing from a horse blinders standpoint right now. We are using exactly this kind, although they're somewhat valuable. Okay, and then the sword was ash rune. Which is where? Here? Lowish level. And so it's definitely not going to be an upgrade for us. I mean, it's worth something, so potentially worth... I mean, we'll definitely either sell it or break it down, but... Okay. More sirens, yes. Is there anything else interesting here? Or not so much? I mean, we've tried checking up there, so... I don't really think so in that case. And this was the thing that we were setting our sights on. Let's see what's next on the list then. Would probably be this. And anything else that we might find in between. I mean, we could try. That looks like that's going to be elevated. Maybe a little bit tricky going through that the most direct route. So we might need to walk around a bit. Yeah, because we'd have to basically go over that, which I feel like I'm seeing something up there. If we can make that happen, that might be kind of interesting, but I don't think this is the quote-unquote correct way to do that. So, maybe... Ooh. Maybe we do, in fact, go around a bit more. And yeah, we're probably going to find ourselves running into the sirens soon. Was that actually a crossbow? I thought that was going to be the horn. It seems as though you... Yeah, you're actually auto-targeting it? I did not realize you could do that, Carol. That is extremely convenient, not gonna lie. Just immediately knock them down like that? No aiming necessary? Don't mind if I do. Hello. Goodbye. Okay, how long have we been able to do that for? Alright, because that certainly simplified that quite a bit. Where's your loot? And there's another one here. Okay. Anything along the shoreline or over here? Might be the enemies we were kind of seeing, or at least finding signs of earlier. Yeah, so we'd like to find a way to get up top there. Lots more sirens. It's definitely something over there, right? That little island over there. Yeah. Oh, yeah, in fact, it looks like the thing that we're trying to get is, like, on top of the mountains there, and so this path might be one of the few ways up there. Probably going to be the easiest, so maybe we do, in fact, just go for the end of this path here and check out what's on those islands, and then we'll go reverse a little bit through this path and then up here. That's probably the way to go. Does mean that we'll probably need to pick a fight with some of these guys, though. Okay, where's the closest one? Here. Any more? Okay, there will be. There definitely will be. I'd just rather not fight every single one of them simultaneously. That would be a little bit annoying. I mean, we could... Yeah, okay. That's what I meant to do, was use the horn. Apparently, I did not have that selected, though. I don't really want to fight you on the water. That'd be a bit of a pain. I mean, there are several things down here. In fact, one of those is tied to a quest. So definitely do want to do that at some point. But I'd like to just thin out some of these sirens a bit first. Where are you? Now we're doing this. Which, unfortunately, only knocked down one of these guys, because there is certainly another one over here. Okay, maybe we do, in fact, switch back over to you. Okay. It's 2 down. There's another one somewhere over here. Wow. That was a snipe, Geralt. But at the same time, apparently was able to recover. But that was convenient. Okay, that's some of them. Where? Hello.
Show me what you
And here are more of them. Nope, that is a tree that you are currently trying to hack down, Geralt. Get back here. There's another one that is now taking notice of us as well. Over here that somehow Geralt was still able to knock down. Let's hit with the crossbow. Okay, so, how many more of these guys are there? I mean, we saw a ton of them, but I'm wary of this potentially being a location in which they just respawn infinitely, and then, you know, if we try to pick them up one by one, then we'll be here for a very, very long time. Possibly for the rest of eternity. So, rather not get stuck in an endless time loop like that. Now, with just a few more remaining, maybe we're feeling a little bit better about just swimming over here to check this out. And then checking out the loot that was on the shoreline there where we saw the red chests and a few other chests. Carol, could you please say... Oh, no. This is not what I want to be doing. The worst possible situation of, like, are we swimming? Are we not swimming? Am I shooting you with a crossbow? Am I swinging my sword at you? What's happening? There's another one over here that I totally just whipped on. Hello, goodbye. Let's get some air, please, Geralt. Is there another one as well? There's not. Okay. Well, there's one over there, yes, but at least for now, I think we're probably in the clear. And Geralt, if you could please just, like, choose to walk. Thank you. That would be lovely. Hearing something other than a siren here. Maybe it's those, actually. It might be those. I'm assuming there's stuff over here, but oh. I mean, it's looking rather difficult to climb it, though, which is making me second-guess myself a bit. It would seem strange if that's the case, because this is seemingly a large enough place and significant enough of a place that you expect to run into some stuff. Okay. Where'd you go? Right there is the answer. And yes, that one absolutely did spawn, like, right on top of us. Because I do not believe that was there before. At the same time, like, how do we actually get up here? In this angle, Geralt, you need to... Yep, please choose to use your legs. Geralt, you are not a fish. You're a bipedal organism. Use your legs to walk. It's what you were born to do, Geralt. Enough of this fish madness. Maybe it's just actually here. But again, this just looks like... I mean, it's awfully steep. Okay, this one is climbable, though, or at least it appears to be. And there's something... There we are. Okay, down you go. Sure. But, like, is there anything here? I mean, we saw there was loot on the other shoreline. So, at the very least, there's definitely that. But it just seemed like there were a lot of sirens guarding this place. There were some shipwrecks. It was big enough. And it looked like, yeah, you know, there's probably something here. But that may not actually be the case. I mean, we'll try going a little bit lower down, but nothing at the top, at least. Anything on the edge here? Oh, there's another little location. Another little island. Okay, it's not gonna be anything over there, I don't think. I think this is still separate from the mainland here. Yeah, it is. Okay. And therefore, I think it is still perhaps worth investigating it independently, although it's small and there's still not much here, so I think... Oh, hold on. Keyboard button. You. Where'd you end up? Hello? Okay, so, like, I don't actually want to be manually targeting, because that's not fun, comparatively speaking. This is much better. Oh, you're not dead. Now you are. Okay. So I think what we're actually trying to do in that case is just investigate this stuff here. And I'd love if the sirens would leave us alone now. Because, I mean, as of right now, I believe they are all dead. But, they very much do seem to respawn. Okay, so there were a few things here. Some of them have the red glow, meaning they are theoretically quest items. Okay, if we could, like, loot that stuff. There we... Ooh, diamond! Okay, that's big. Let's come back up real quick for some air. Drop back down for this stuff. It's actually a little bit deeper than I thought it would be. Okay. So we might need to do this in a couple trips. Ooh, that was relic rarity. It's not bad. Okay, like, especially if, yeah, if Geralt is picky about the angle from which he's willing to open this stuff. I mean, I saw loot for a second there, and it's, of course, just a little mace. Okay, so let's take this. Then I think we need to pop back up for a second. I know we were close to the other stuff, but we're just cutting it close enough. I suppose we had a fair bit of breath remaining, but still. Okay, now we're definitely going to check this out. And this is probably some kind of treasure hunt, I'd imagine. I don't know about that. I don't think we know about this at the moment. Let's pop back up. Or at least try to. That might have been just about everything. Okay, I'm hearing the sirens once more. And I'm not seeing anything lighting up, at least when we use our Witcher senses. Oh, well, besides these things that don't actually require diving down. Can you hop this, girl? There we go. Hopped a little too much, in fact. And a lot of this stuff is just junk. Okay. So, now I think we head back down this path here. And just double check, yeah. Oh, this is actually level 28. Wow. So it does have a lot more damage than our current sword, because that's only level 21. Armor piercing is solid, and crit damage bonus is quite nice, although our existing sword has a ton of that, so hard to top it in that regard. Okay, let's keep on moving this way, and then we're gonna deviate from the path, or at least go down the side path that goes up the mountain. See what the deal is here. Burden Intriga. Let's save. Potentially numerous Intrigas. I would not be terribly surprised if that were the case. Or Raucous or other insectoids. They're up here. They're just Intriga warriors? Looks like it. What do we want? Igni, I guess? Ooh, hello. Okay. Come on. Okay, we did lose our Quen there. And there. And these guys are just level 11, so this shouldn't really be a problem. Famous last words, but still. Okay. Should have more loot. Where? Somewhere right around here. Right here. Okay. But did we actually mark the question mark? Ooh, yeah, we're actually off to the wrong side at the moment. There's another question mark over here, but... Whoa, that was a steeper drop-off than I realized. We actually want to go... here, though. I'm guessing this is going to be a place of power. Although, this is looking pretty funky. Yeah, it is a place of power. But what is this? I don't know.
Place of power. Should draw from it.
So this is a pretty nifty little setup they've got here. Okay. Cool. So, let's see. With that skill point that we just gained, what do we want? I think we probably want to upgrade Whirl further, because this looks pretty insane, or it's been pretty insane thus far, but what does it actually improve when we upgrade it? So next level spinning attack that strikes all foes in the surrounding area. Yep. Maintaining the attack consumes stamina and adrenaline. Consumes 30% less stamina and adrenaline. Adrenaline point gain is higher. Okay, so I think that basically just means we're going to be able to sustain it for longer. Which is not bad. I mean, if we could get a more direct damage boost from it, that'd also be pretty sweet. But I suppose it's already pretty darn good damage, so I think probably take that. I don't see us taking that off anytime soon, so I think that works well. Yeah, it looks strange, but I guess we'll just keep on going. And then there's the other question mark over here. And for that one, I don't know, I'm guessing probably another guarded treasure, maybe? Because I doubt there'd be two places of power that close to each other. That usually doesn't happen. Well, it has happened on occasion. That's just another Intriga warrior. I got greedy and went in with a strong attack, but still, suppose it didn't matter much. We lost the Quen, but still took him out. Okay. Any, like, chests or anything over here? Hearing more Intrigas. Some wolves down there, and I think we do need to make our way down here. Oh, hidden treasure, yes. Let's not kill ourselves on the way over to it. And it does look like it might be guarded by whatever this thing is. Sounds like some other insectoid of some variety. What the heck? Oh my god! It can fly. And this does have a red glow to it, suggesting that this is perhaps a quest-related piece of loot we're going to get, and there's obviously an entrance over here as well. Message, scratch key, and Florence. Okay. Let's just take a quick look here, and then we'll read. So, Niall, we hid the treasure, and hid it good. No one's going to find it. Not in a million years. Writing exactly where and how would be plain foolish. I mean, it might be the stuff that we just looted. So let's just say it's high time you return to your old puffin hunting grounds. As soon as you join us, we sail to the continent. We gotta hurry. They say Yor swore to the gods he wouldn't rest till he's found us, flayed us, and took back his treasure. Hypocrite. Could have split it evenly, like we first agreed. But no, he wanted to cheat us. And then got what was coming to him. Weasel. P.S. When you get there, keep your sword at the ready. Those are dangerous waters. Yeah, I feel like that could very well be the place where we saw all the sirens. Although we got a map. The map is damaged and covered in blood. Hard to decipher which locations are marked, and only a portion of the text is legible. In the ruins of Castle Tursich. I think we were there. I'm assuming that's on Skellig, because the Tursich is their home base is on Skellig. And we did go into what was basically a castle there. That is where we made our first findings. I shall be safe there. Bloodstains. This portion covered in blood. Ibrahim Sabi, adjunct in natural history at Oxenford Academy. Okay. Well, we not checked out these other maps as well. I'm charting a direction, or a direct course for the spot where we commenced our study, in the ruins of Castle Tursich. As I travel, I've been marking the additional locations with the bear symbol which I have discovered, written in unsteady hand. It's still following me. Ibrahim Sabi, adjunct in natural history at Oxenford Academy. Yeah, and I think I'm guessing that is the big fortress that we went through in Unskellig, and we did find a lot of Bear School Witcher gear there, so I'm guessing that is probably the case. Following Professor Atomstein's instruction, I am studying remnants of the presence of Witchers from the Bear School. I've discovered more and more locations marked with the bear symbol. Naturally, I've marked each on this map. I've noticed something disturbing. For some time, a certain strange gentleman appears to have been following me. Yeah, it seems like we're definitely reading these in the opposite order. But yeah, we've heard about there being someone following you. He stays at the same inns and roads as I, sticking close to me like a shadow. I've decided to return at once to the place where I began my research, namely the ruins of Castle Tursich, to meet with the other members of the expedition. Hidden in the depths, okay. I just want to see if we, happen to have, say, completed it by going through all that stuff. And yes, more Bear School stuff for us to track down. But there's a chance we've actually found some of it already. Let's see if it's just, nope. 2, 3, and 4. I think we read 3 of those journals in total, so guessing it's going to stop there. Okay. So I think a lot of those are going to be on Unskellig. Let's just double check. So we got actually a actual quest, not a treasure hunt, I think. Or, well, maybe not. Let's see, so all the scavenger hunts. There's still a lot of these in Skellige. But Bear School Part 2, 3, and 4, I thought were the ones that we just got. Although we definitely already, I think we already had some of them. I don't know. Just take a quick look at where this points us. So I think we found, yeah, there was one. Ooh. Really? Here? Huh. Okay. Any on Unskellig? No, actually. This little island here, and then this little island here. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so I think that probably means we'd wait to do that until we hop on a boat and end up looking at all the stuff around here, and we're probably just gonna, we might not even have the quest active, but we'll just end up poking our heads on this little island and go, oh, hey, look, there's some Bear School gear. Let's see, so that's that one. The other thing is that Bear School stuff is all heavy, which I think is pretty unlikely we're ever going to use that. We're using pretty much exclusively light at the moment, and then maybe we might end up using medium at some point if it has some other really interesting components to it, like other Witcher School gear that's medium. But I just don't think we're ever going to end up using the heavy armor. So you could maybe even say that there's a chance we won't go after getting every last piece of Bear School gear. I don't know. And the last one, okay, is here by this question mark. And that's one of the few things we have remaining on Ardskellig, are these few question marks over here. Because we did see, when we first visited this area, they were what? There were some werewolves that were, I want to say they were like level 31 or 2, which at the time was pretty squarely out of our league at this point. That's difficult, but maybe not impossible. So I think if we were to, say, get another level or 2 here on FAROE, then we might be able to pop back over and then see what the deal is with those question marks on Ardskellig and try to really firmly wrap up that island. Because I think we're just about there now. But that goat really seemed like it wanted to hit us. Now there is this entrance here, but I actually didn't see the quest, the other quest that was not a treasure hunt. Oh no, it was one that we finished, that's why. Yeah, and so I suspect it was going to be the one where we found that loot by the Siren area. The reason why I'm hesitant to go through here is because this really gives me the sense of a Witcher contract. Like, this is going to be a place where a Witcher contract enemy is. And maybe that's the case, maybe it isn't. But we might want to just do a little bit more talking with other people in the villages first. Just to make sure, because of course if we do end up going to the monster's lair before actually negotiating the price, then we won't be able to do that. And so we'll miss out on some monies.